All right, one of the most overlooked and probably most useful master sets that you can buy for yourself now, whether you're a DIYer or a professional, are socket bit sets, specifically master socket bit sets. And we've been talking about the master sets from Quinn at Harbor Freight. Well, sure enough, they've got one of those as well. And what we're talking about here is the Quinn Master Bit Socket Set 87 piece coming in standard price, MSRP on it, $100, $99.99. Now we're going to take a look at this thing, go over all the ins and outs. I got it right here next to me, and then we're going to compare it to what else is out there on the market. So let's take a look at what all comes in this set. Now, this is it right here, the standard Quinn box. You're going to get all the usual features and everything. It's got the hinges where you can pull the pin on it so you can use it as a tray inside your toolbox. But let's open this sucker up because that's what you came here to see. Let's get this all in camera there as much as possible. There we go. Let me pull it back some. It is quite a set. We're looking at 87 pieces here. You're looking at a 3/8 drive on this. You can sit here and look at the quality on the build on this. It's a good solid socket, not impact rated. All right, this is not going to be an impact driving set here. At least I don't think so. Let me see here. No, it doesn't say impact rated. And we got all sorts of stuff, tons of extensions. One thing I will say as a negative is that there's no ball ends on any of these that I've seen. And some other ones do have that, and I think that's something that they missed out on. But 87 pieces, they cover a wide variety of tools. Look at this, come up to a 1/2 inch here. We're looking at a 5/8. That's a big old socket right there. And then we even come down here, I believe these are e-torques, if I'm not mistaken. The black line on it versus the red versus the blue for, metric and SAE, of course. And there's a range of sockets as well there. And you get down all the way here. Let's see, the smallest they go down here is coming in at 2.5. 2.5. So you're not going to be stuck with doing, bigger kind of stuff. A lot of people think when you go for a socket like this, you're going to be stuck using, only working on bigger pieces and stuff. But this, as I said, this set will really go down there, and it goes all the way up to, I think the largest here is, what do we got here? 3/4 of an inch. That's a pretty big one right there. And then again, these are from here all through here, here, and here. These are in your star bit kind of sizes here. Then we got the SAE and the metric over here going all the way up. There's your 10 millimeter. That should get lost here shortly. Going up to, see, the biggest one we got here is 19. So we're going all the way up to 19. And as far as the extended ones, the extended goes up to 18. That's 16. Let me get it out of here. If I can, get this one out of the way so I can get in there and dig this sucker out. We're going to a T60. I don't know what I was thinking. T60 over there, that's a hefty one. And then you're looking here at 3/8 on that. And in the metric, I guess we're looking over here at 10 millimeters as well. All right, let's get to the tail of the tape. Look at the specs and stuff that they have on this and compare some prices, all right? So we come over here and we're looking at the socket. This is the page over there on Harbor Freight. Product overview on it, S2 steel, premium steel bits, yada, yada, yada. Let's talk about the specs, all right? Here you can see all the sizes. I'm not going to read them all off for you, but you can take a look at it. You can pause the video, make sure what you're looking for is in there. SAE metric, torques. Let's see here. 87 pieces. Shipping weight is 13.64 pounds. Product weight is 9.34. The warranty. Now this is what we want to talk about. Lifetime warranty. Now you're like, lifetime warranty, hand tools, right? It's more important, I think, when it comes to these kind of bits because I consider them to be a consumable. I don't care. I've done testing on it. I've done some videos on it. And the one takeaway I have is they all break. I don't care if you're buying Snap-on. I don't care what you're buying. Whatever brand it is, from the cheapest to the most expensive, they break. And they break fairly consistently. It's not like every so often. You get in there, you get one that's stuck, you put some oomph behind it, it's gonna break, okay? So there's just, that's the thing, is this is more important than anything else, that you've got a good, solid warranty. Now, Harbor Freight, if you've got a Harbor Freight near you, and there's 1,500 Harbor Freights now in the US, That's a great option, okay? Now, somebody's going to try and say, but you got to return the whole set. That is not corporate's policy. Now, a store manager may say to you, you have to return the whole thing. One of two things happening there. The store manager is not a great store manager. Or you just return everything you buy and they've put you on the block list and that's just where you're at. Some places you're lucky you can find another store. Most stores, I would say, oh my gosh, I've been doing this a long time, about people who respond saying, my store manager told me I have to return the whole set. It's less than 1% of the responses I get, okay? There's always going to be a person who has bad training, who has a bad day, who just doesn't like you. That's always going to happen. That's not the rule. The rule is from corporate that you don't have to return the whole set. That's why when you go in the back and you see all those purple tagged items and they're all sets missing one or two items, that's why, because they've pulled from those sets to do warranty returns. There may be one day, keep praying, where Harbor Freight sells individual sockets, but that day is not today. But that said, they still have, stepped up and become kind of the replacement for Sears when it comes into like, hey, we don't care, we'll return it, just bring it back, we'll give you another one, you'll be in and out in under 5 minutes. That's kind of their thing. And for $100, this is a solid set. And remember, Quinn is never part of the excluded items when it comes to the percentage off coupons. When you get your 20 or even the super ultra rare 25% off, now you're looking at $80 on a set like this, maybe even $75 if you're lucky. Now let's see what else is out there. Now they compare themselves to Blue Point, not Snap-on, but Snap-on's own brand, Blue Point. Now here's the thing. People are going to say, well, you should buy Snap-on made in the U.S. Well, this set here is made in Taiwan. All right, I'm going to make it full screen so you know I'm not playing games here. Country of origin is Taiwan, all right? It is $567. 87 piece, very similar. No ball ends. It's almost like Harbor Freight's trying to prove a point here. Made in Taiwan with this set, I'm assuming, because most of the Quinn stuff, this kind of caliber stuff is all made in Taiwan. Harbor Freight, I do not believe. Let's see if it has country of origin down here. I don't believe that they do that. One of the few places that even when it's like USA made, they don't really shout about it. And yes, for some of you who don't know, Harbor Freight does have some USA made tools. All right. Anyway, the Snap-on 567, most people are not buying that. Let's talk about Capri. I love Capri. Capri sent a ton of stuff over to the channel. I talk about them all the time. Their Master Bit set, 88-piece Master Bit socket set, is going to run you $200, not on sale. That's the MSRP on it. It's you get one more piece. You get some great sets, some great pieces in here. I've always been a big fan of Capri. I thought they put out great stuff. No ball ends on this one. You get 1/4, 3/8, and 1/2 inch on those. Now let's talk about Gear Wrench. Gear Wrench is coming in really right on spec here with the Quinn set from Harbor Freight. You're looking at a Gear Wrench socket set, 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, 3/8, SAE and metric. And if you look at this set, we got ball ends on those. We got plenty of extensions. We got all sorts of bits in there. We even have the E-Torx in there. This seems to be a pretty comparable set for the same price. 83 pieces. You are losing a few pieces when you go with a set like this. Now that says 84. 83 or 84. I'm going to guess that it's what it says on the box and that Napa maybe has had a typo in there or something. Anyway, here's the thing you got to remember. These are going to be really close. I'm a big fan of Gear Wrench. We've talked about Gear Wrench. Gear Wrench has sent us stuff on the channel, a bunch of stuff, and we've talked about it before. So people are always like, well, you're only promoting this because they send it to you. If I send you a link to, I could send you a link to Gear Wrench, put it on Amazon, and I would make an affiliate link on it. If I post a link to Harbor Freight doesn't pay affiliate links, okay? So, and I'm not paid by Harbor Freight. I've never been paid by Harbor Freight. So just remember that when you get a lot of these haters out there like, oh, they're shills, they're getting paid. No, we're not. Anyway, there is one, speaking of Amazon affiliates, I will give you one other option here, and that is Kazaman. Kazaman's going to get you 170 piece, way more than any of the other sets. 1/4, 3/8, 1/2 inch. Torx extra long, Torx tamper proof, Torx hex, ball end hex, SAE and metric S2 steel. All of that, it's on sale right now, down from $96 to $71.97. There's also a 10% off coupon on that. That's going to knock another $7.20 off. That is a sweetheart of a deal. You got a ton of stuff. You even have the eTorques in there that they didn't even mention. That's a great set. But these things break. And when it comes to like impact sockets and stuff like that, not as often. They just way overbuild them. They're super cheap. But something like this, I mean, it's cheaper. All right, it's already cheaper than the best price you're probably going to get on the Quinn set. But every time you break one of these bits, you're going to have to be trying to contact their customer support. And I don't know if that's something that's going to happen, much less if you want to do that. So take that with a grain of salt. I'll put links to everything. You're all adults. You can make your own call. But again, I want to thank Harbor Freight for sending this over for review. They sent all the sets. We're doing a whole series on all the master sets from Quinn. They're slowly rolling out comparable sets there from Icon. Can't wait to see them all happen, have them all roll out. I'm excited about them. Let me know what you're most excited about when it comes to these bit sets. I'm not bit sets, but master sets. Which one of those makes you the most excited? Which one do they not have that maybe you're looking for? Anyway, that's all I got for you today. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.